Man, it didn't really take me 5 minutes to set up. Jeez, that's not right. That's messed up. Okay, so let's get back in. Beat down. We beat down. We beat down. We beat down. And we saved here. 2 Vermilion! That's fuchsia! That's yellow! I said orange! Man, that almost works because vermilion is a kind of shade of orange. But fuchsia is not. It's not yellow. So, hey, how are we doing on items? Surprisingly good for having beaten the Pokemon League. Okay. Although, you know, I say that. I mean, it is true. It's not incorrect. But I was also thinking, oh, this guy's still busy. I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I won't need to use my special items, you know, my max potions or my other max revive or anything, or did I use them both? I forget. Oh, I guess I used them both. I never use my rare candies. Oh, you have a tri-pass. Would you like to board a Sea Gallop Ferry? 3 Island? Okay, everything's in order. This is high speed stuff. It's applied immediately. We should be going to Island 4 now. Hello, Island 4? Those bikers ran off and everything turned out for the best. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, I won't need to use my special items. Well, I don't know how hard these islands are gonna get, so maybe I will need them. But I also need to figure out how to get to Island 4, because, you know, they said like, oh yeah, go to Vermilion. You can go to the place now. You can get to islands from Vermilion if you got a tri-pass. But why come back? What is the point? Hello? Well, this guy's still working. Hey there, how's it going? What am I doing here? You ask why I'm prospecting for gold. When I strike you rich, I'm buying a house in Kanto. He hasn't yet, apparently. Let's try 2 Island. Whee! Watch it turn out I had to have gone back to 1 Island, and then the what's his face would be like, ah, Leaf, you're back. I need your help with the computers. Hi, welcome. You can play games over the wireless communication system. Can you wait a little bit? All right, which do you want to play? Oh, I'm good. What about you? I can play a game rules or you feel like which game is it? No, I'm good. Oh, jeez, I'm tired. When am I not tired? Again, I don't get it. Like I get consistent sleep. I don't know. I'm always tired. Okay, let's go to 1 Island. I kind of hope we won't be finding like Zapdos and Articuno. I don't want more boss fights. Hello, you look awfully busy as always. How am I doing? Well, I'm modifying my network machine. When I get done with the machine, I hope you'll be the first to use it. Or be first to use it, Leaf. How are you not done yet? I wish I could play Pokemon with my boyfriend who lives far away. Help me, old man. My granddaughter was in a tizzy over a new breakthrough. She said we now have PC linkage with people in Kanto. I'm not sure what that means, but Celio's quite the man. Hi, sightseeing, are you? Isn't the warm climate here great? let's go back to Kanto. Talk to Professor Oak. Excuse me. Throw it while you gurgling. You're done. Stop it. Professor Coke. Hello, Aetherius Sapphire. How are you tonight? Professor Oak, help. I don't know how to get to more islands. Why is the Pokedex coming along? What is the amount of progress you made in Pokedex? Is 113. I've almost seen every Pokemon. Technically. What? It was originally 131, right? Or was it 121? Either way, Pokedex uses a bit more volume still. Trying to catch other species of Pokemon. Doing okay, that's decent. That's good-ish. I mean, I know there is the cave with Mewtwo in it. I don't know if I want to use my Master Ball on Mewtwo this time. I don't know if there's anything better to catch with it. You know, with roaming legendaries. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look up what to do next. I remember the wiki said like, oh, you do it from Vermilion. But it doesn't tell me how to get to Island 4. Oh, to access 4, 5, 6, and 7, I need a Rainbow Pass received from Celio on one island after entering the Hall of Fame and obtaining the National Pokedex. Well, how do I go national? Players obtain 60 or more owned... Has 60 or more Pokemon owned in the Kanto Pokedex. If I had known that, I might not have done this. Because, oh, geez, I gotta go around and catch 60 possibly unique Pokemon. You know, possibly not having any overlaps. Ugh. Well, hang on. Let me also see. Oh, cool. They fixed a glitch in the Switch re-release, where apparently roaming legendaries would be counted as defeated if they used Roar or Whirlwind. I was reading this whole paragraph about that, and then it says at the end that this glitch was fixed in the Nintendo Switch re-release. Good. But it doesn't say how or when or who even are roaming Pokemon in this game. Great. Alright, well, oh, not bicycle. Let's just go on a catching spree. Thankfully, the games... I don't remember when they started doing this, but I do know that this generation is among the games that show a Pokeball next to Pokemon you have caught. So I don't have to catch the same thing twice if I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, probably don't fight the level 2 Rattata. I don't think that's gonna go well for us trying to catch the Rattata. Oh, really? Can I put Pokeballs away? I don't want to accidentally use my Master Ball. I should get some Nest Balls. Rattata. I'm gonna give a nickname. No. I'm not coming up with 60 nicknames on the spot. Less than 60 because of the amount owned. How many is my amount owned? When did I catch a Pidgey? Hang on. Why does Pidgey say caught? I don't remember catching a Pidgey. Wait, can I? Okay, 25. So I don't need to catch 60. I need 35. I need Super Mario Bros. 35. Oh, wait. I gotta go to the next town. I can't think of what I would have caught a Pidgey for, because... Oh, maybe trying to teach it Flash. I don't know why I thought pressing B would automatically scroll over Run. That's not how this works. That's never been how this works. I don't know what I'm doing. Can't tell if that's thunder I hear or someone moving their trash bins. This looks like a spot where there would be an item. You know, my mind auto fills like, oh, this should be 3 flowers. Why is it 2 with a space in the middle? No, it's just flowers. Oh, but what about over there? Oh, well, what about this spot? What about that spot? No? What about this spot? What about that spot? What about that spot? What about this one? What about here? What about right there? Definitely gotta be right here. No, I mean right here. Okay, no. Yeah, it's just Pidgey the Pidgey. And then kind of Caterpie. And then Meowth was the one who could actually learn it, so I called him Beacon. Oh, there's my Lapras. Hello, Lapras. And I guess this, you know, stinky bird is in here too. I suppose even in the world of Pokemon, there would be trainers who like, legendary Pokemon? I don't care. I like Lapras. What do I care about a bird for? Show me Lapras. Let me see if I can get a Mankey from here. See, this is the part where it actually becomes less interesting to watch. Oh, well, never mind. There's Mickey. I was gonna say, because now I'm just grinding in the same spot, trying to find a Pokemon, trying to find a specific encounter. Dude, you're a level 3 Pokemon. How do you break out of an Ultra Ball? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? That's why you never work with monkeys in show business. They don't cooperate. I think that's. I think there's a general saying of you never work with. There's 2 types you never work with: children and animals. Sounds about right. I like how its footprint is just a Y. Extremely quick to anger. It could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. Can I find Nidoran female here? No. They moved. They moved Nidoran for no reason. I remember. And it made me miss Jigglypuff. So I think we're done there. Excuse me. Oh, wait, I was gonna go up. Wait, yeah, you go up from Viridian, and then you get to, not Cobalt, Pewter. I would like to paint my desktop pewter, so I have a pewter computer. I'm sure there are plenty of pewter computers. I know that was a kind of common color for computers at some point. You know, then Alienware hit the scene, and now everything's got to be black and glowing, like, red, with all over the cracks and stuff. Which is what mine is. It's black with, like, a glass side, so you can see all the glowing bits inside. It's like, I don't care. It's just a box that sits over there next to my desk. I don't look at it. I mean, I like the glowing keyboard. Glowing keyboards are neat. Especially when you can program them to be different colors and stuff. When they can cycle through colors automatically, that's cool. I don't need my mouse to glow. My hand goes over the mouse. It doesn't need to glow. I think that aesthetic is kind of ugly, which I'm probably not alone on. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that. Oh, it's gonna fight the Weedle. Yeah, anything that's... Like, basically anything computer-related that's marketed as gaming is probably pretty ugly. I don't care how many lights they slap on the inside. I often found it forced, eating leaves. It has a sharp stinger on its head that injects poison. I like how it also has one on its tail, so it's just double stinger. And that's why Beedrill has the 2 stinger arms. Sure could use a Pikachu right about now. I've also heard that gaming chairs are actually really not comfortable. Oh, look, Metapod. I don't have to evolve my Caterpie. Don't fight it. I sat in a gamer chair once when my dad got a new chair for one of the computers. I didn't like it. I think he offered it to me. I didn't want it. I always go office chair for my chairs because those are designed to be sat in all day. This Pokemon is vulnerable to attack while its shell is soft, exposing its weak and tender body. That's why it always knows Harden. I was scrolling back up to say something about the building. You would think they could just put a door here. You would think this building could be entered from multiple angles, so you don't have to go all the way around these trees. What is it with the Kanto and making you go all the way around stuff? It's almost like the people who made this video game aren't civil engineers and city planners. Isn't that weird? How do you not learn all that stuff before you make a video game? Honestly, I do kind of hate the idea of, like, oh, you gotta learn all this stuff if you want to make a thing. You know, all this stuff that is unrelated to the actual craft of the thing. Oh, you want to make a good fantasy story? Oh, you gotta learn all this about historical settings and... It's like just let people make the thing. You don't have to research to make art. You shouldn't have to. Just make the art. I just noticed there's no gender difference right now. Wonder which generation that is that introduces that for Pikachu. Or Pokemon in general, I guess, 'cause I think Nidoking and Nidoqueen are probably the only ones right now. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity can build and cause lightning storms. And you know, I could just fly to the department store and get this guy a get this girl a Thunderstone and turn her into a Raichu. Boom. Easy other extra additional Pokemon. We're almost halfway there. I don't know if there's anything new on this route. Kind of wish I could just look at my map and see if I've encountered everything here. I think there are some later games that do that. I guess I can't pretend like I don't know you can't do it now. Oh, it gives me information about it, too. A seemingly plain tunnel that was dug by Wild Diglett. It is famous for connecting routes 2 and 11. A deep and sprawling forest that extends around Viridian City. A natural maze, many people have become lost inside. Well, I would say, why don't they just cut down a few trees to make the path more straightforward? But, as far as I know, Japan is typically against messing with nature. So, yeah, that would probably be why. Not only because, you know, a Japanese company made this video game, but also because Kanto is also pretty based on Japan. So Kanto itself would probably also be pretty against needlessly messing with nature. Why did I walk around to the gym? Where am I going? Hello? New Pokemon? Spearow. No, don't fight the bird. Don't town map the bird either. Eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Makes it sound like a bee. It's gonna flap its wings like a bee to be able to fly. Hey, you get out of here. I already got one of you. For some reason. I could have sworn you got experience for catching Pokemon. They only do that in later games? Or was that never a thing? Ugh. Changing how I'm sitting. Ah, there we go. Nidoran female. It's kind of funny seeing the gender icon be over there on Nidoran's name, and then there's no gender icon where there would be a gender icon for other Pokemon. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Or no horns? So I should be able to move on to this patch of grass, where you can find Jigglypuff. And just double check that I caught everything on this route with a reasonable appearance rate. Maybe I should just go inside the cave. Just go inside. Dude! Jigglypuff. I already have one of you. Technically. Should I stop in to heal? I don't know. It's gonna be a long cave. Is there even anything new we could do here now that we have HMs? I guess it is where the gender icon goes. It's just not in color on Nidoran. Because they just never updated it. So we're at, what, 31 now? It forms colonies in perpetually dark places and uses ultrasonic waves to identify and approach targets. And also confuse them. Constantly. 32. Didn't I start at like 25? This is gonna take forever. Dude. We should go get more Ultra Balls. At least this is giving me a head start on possibly completing the Pokédex at some point. Found in fields and mountains, mistaking them for boulders, people often step or trip on them. Don't tread on you, dude. Unless I could get an Onyx, I think that's the only thing I'm getting out of here. So I'm getting out of here. Maybe I should try to get an Onyx to show up. I think I had better odds with that in like the dark cave. You know, north of Lavender Town. Hang on, sorry. Scratch my shoulder. The itch took precedent. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. A quick heal. I was on eBay earlier today looking for more Zivas. And I saw one that was really tempting. It was a new in-box Infiltrator. Which I had Infiltrator as a kid, and I still have some of the parts somewhere around my room. I know where some of them are, and not enough to make a full figure. So it's really tempting to get a new one that's, you know, new in box. But it was $60, and I think it would have been like $10 extra for shipping. It's like, I don't know, man. $70 plus whatever the tax is gonna be on that. It's a lot for a figure that I should be able to find all the pieces to somewhere around my room. So I did not go for it. I gotta resist. I can't just buy a figure I already have. I mean, I know I did that with Shock Berserker, but I was doing an experiment. I wanted to know what all the parts to Shock Berserker were. And the result to that experiment was that I had all the parts already. Plus, it was still worth getting a completely new one because the parts are in a nicer condition. He's posable. He's not all worn out and floppy. Excuse me. Kind of forgot what I came here for a moment because I'm talking while I'm moving. Ultra Ball. I actually did not get that much money from beating the Elite Four. Professor Oak does not pay for his research. It's a shame. Okay, I guess we'll go back to, wait, is that the wrong town? It's not even a town, it's Route 4. What am I doing? Hitting all the wrong buttons. So instead, I ended up getting one I also kind of already have. But I don't have all the pieces to. He's missing his head, so it's really not a complete figure. So I feel it was justified getting a new one. Also, same thing about Shock Berserker. The one I have is all worn out and floppy. He doesn't like to pose. He falls over if he's not leaning on something. And at least judging by the pictures, it looked like this one I bought should be in good enough condition that it can stand on its own. Literally. Plus, you know... Hello, Abra. Look, it's you from the future. Plus, the one I got also comes with almost all the pieces. It's just missing one part. It's like one of the weapons. That's fine. It's not even a weapon I think looks cool, so I'm not hurt about not having it. One of these days, I'm sure I'll see it somewhere. One of these days, someone will be selling it, because you know that's the kind of thing with Zivas is that sometimes people don't sell all the parts. So sometimes you'll see someone selling one of the figures and they're missing like a leg and an arm. And it's like, yeah, who wants that? But then there's people like me who's like, hey, I have that arm and that leg, but I don't have the rest. I should buy that. So, you know, one of these days I'm gonna see someone selling some of the parts to... It's Crypt Curse, by the way. The one I got is called Crypt Curse. So, one of these days, I'll find that Crypt Curse piece I'm missing. And then I'll have a complete Crypt Curse. But, you know... I more so care about the armor than I care about the weapons. The armor is really the part that makes it look very different when you change up how the parts are. A carnivorous Pokemon. Carnivorous? That traps and eats bugs. Does that really make you carnivorous if you only eat bugs? So when I think carnivorous, I think, you know, meat eater. I suppose bugs do have meat, but it's like what makes it count as carnivorous is because bugs are alive. Well, so are plants. It appears to use its root feet to replenish moisture. I just think of it like sitting at the edge of a pool, dipping its feet in the pool, but not diving into the pool, just sitting there soaking its feet. And that's probably all I can get out of this route right now. I'll say right now. I'm at the end of the game. What else is there to get? I'll move on. That's what. Also funny to see another Abra again. What are the odds of that? Pretty low, probably. Unless there's anything new in this grass. You're not new. And I think Crypt Curse is kind of a good example of how different a figure can look between having all of its armor and not having all of its armor. Because it's a mummy, so without the armor, it's like, oh look, it's a mummy, and he looks, you know, he's designed to be pretty skeletal underneath the wraps. So without his armor, he's pretty scrawny. But then you put the armor on, and it bulks him up. He does look pretty different. Also, he comes with alternate, well, I want to say alternate hands, but they're fists. Which are still technically hands, but they're fists, and they are big fists. Like, it's not like the same, like his default hands, just balled up in fists. They are big. I don't have any pictures of anyone having them with the fists, you know, attached to, like, because they're in the photos of the one I bought, but they're not on the figure. They're just in the here's the other parts that it comes with kind of pile. But I imagine attaching those fists would also make him look a bit bulkier, because they're way bigger. Because Shock Berserker kind of has the same thing going on with its alternate hands that are way bigger than its regular hands. Drifting in shallow seas, or drifts in shallow seas. It's like drifting in shallow seas. That's not a sentence. Drifts in shallow seas is a sentence. Anglers who hook them by accident are often punished by their stingers. I can see where Toadstool comes from. Tentacool does kind of look like, instead of it floating there with its tentacles, it does kind of look like it's just standing on squiggly legs. Let me see if I can find any other water Pokemon. Seriously? When I'm trying to find a Pokemon, I can't get an encounter, but I'm just going around minding my own business. I get accosted by 87 different tentacles. Yeah, the ends of its tentacles kind of look like feet. It's no wonder they made Toadstool. This is Cerulean Cave. Horribly strong Pokemon live inside there. It takes a very special trainer to be allowed inside there. You'd have to be strong enough to become the Pokemon League champion, for starters. And you would have to have made a great achievement. Well, thanks for being vague! Made a great achievement? I thought that achievement would be catching Mewtwo! I came to Mount Moon in search of mushroom Pokemon. There's only like one of those right now. Unless Shroomish exists yet. Yeah, I think that's in Ruby and Sapphire. Why are you level 30? Well, I guess I could have come here as soon as I got Surf. Just because I can't get into the cave doesn't mean I couldn't have come here sooner. I guess Paris is in the cave, isn't he? I gotta go get a Paris. Are you not part poison? Oh no, you grass bug. After all I did to catch them. Well, catching is enough. You also got to train them. You know, to catch them is your real test, but to train them, that should be your cause. There might not be any more mushrooms here. I think I got them all. I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, you got them all. Back at the cave I go, trying to find a Paris. Paris? Wouldn't that be Unova? Wait, no, Unova's the one based in America. What's it? Kalos, that's the one. That's France. Not you. See if I can get enough experience fighting the level 9 Pokemon in here. Let's get Shigeo to level 49. Barely moved. Oh, look, there's the second Moonstone I could have had. That was the one my brother mentioned he got. Because he remembered that was there. I guess I was too focused on getting out of the cave that I wasn't bothering to check dead ends for hidden items. Oh, look at that. Very close to a level up. Aha! It really does add up over time. Would have thought it would take me a lot more under-leveled Pokemon than that. So that's a good lesson for me. Don't run from wild Pokemon, even if they're not worth it, because actually, they are. However, at this moment in time, I'm not concerned with leveling up. At least not until the rest of the game happens. Not until we get back to the Sevi Islands. Paris is in here, right? I guess I could check my Pokedex the exact moment that I get an encounter. Why you sound like an elephant? Why does Geodude sound like an elephant? It's a rock. Last time I checked. I guess I could check cave Pokemon? Let me see if Onyx is in here. No? Huh. Paris is not counted as a... That should be this cave, right? Are those the Seville Islands to the left of Kanto's map? You know, the Tetris pieces. Otherwise, I don't know what those would be. Are those on the Safari Zone? Is that what that oval down there means? Well, I guess I'm going through this cave backwards, and if I don't see a Paris on the way out, then they must be in the grass. You know, I was hoping that we would be on the Seville Islands right now, and we could complete that part in one stream, and then I could get to Emerald on Wednesday. Oh, there's Paris. There we go. If I having to catch 60 Pokemon first. 60 total, not like, oh, surprise, you're gonna catch 60 right now. And I just don't have 60 because I wasn't catching Pokemon. Kind of sucks, and it's eating into my time here. 24 more to go. I'm gonna use an escape rope, if I even still have them on my person. Whee! Guess we'll just keep going, going this way. Sorry, I'm yawning again. You know, another thing about having two Crypt Curse figures is that its parts are not symmetrical, but they're symmetrical enough that you could use, you know, either leg on one side or the other, basically. I mean, the shins do matter because they have, you know, the way the feet go on. It's kind of necessary that you have the shins correct, otherwise the feet will be backwards. But the upper legs, you know, those are not symmetrical, but you could switch them around if you wanted to. So having two of them, I could have, like, one of its legs is, like, more wrapped than the other. So if having two, I could have them either less wrapped or more wrapped. I could have both legs wrapped. They did a similar thing with a Shield Breaker. So he's like this armored soldier with, like, holographic... No, that's not right. With energy shields. And, like, for some reason, one of his arms has the sleeve rolled up on his like, uniform. I don't know why they did that, because... Why just the one arm? What is he doing? He's a super soldier wearing futuristic armor. Why is one sleeve rolled up? So it would actually be nice to have a second... Actually, I think it have... I don't know if I know I've got some spare parts that I think almost make a second one. So I put my headphones on the pop filter. Just trying to look over at my shelf where I keep the one that I made out of extra parts. Burrows deep underground at arid locations, far away from water. I caught it right next to the water that leads to the power plant. It only emerges to hunt for prey. Oh, well, I guess I caught him while he was hunting. Yeah, having a second arm for that guy would be great, so I could have both sleeves rolled down. Because why would you roll them both up? You're in future armor. Shouldn't your sleeves be made of Kevlar or something? I can't remember if any other figures are asymmetrical in that same way, where it's like, oh man, having a second one would be cool. I remember that Razor Claw comes with like one piece of leg armor, one piece of arm armor, and then one piece of shoulder armor. So if you had a second one, he could be fully armored. But if you don't have a second one, then only half of his body is armored. Which, granted, does look cool. But I also think it looks cooler when you deck him out with a full suit of armor. Wow, you came all the way here? Maybe you're a Pokemaniac too. Want to see my collection? No. Rhyhorn. Actually, should probably... Yeah, switch. Let me cast up a Reflector to be safe. Ow, that was a critical. Excuse me. Oh, no, not a second one. Oh, wait, Rhyhorn is part rock. Okay, well, you know, Cinder still works. Ow. Ow. Okay, blame. Lick it on. Alright, let's switch. Hang on. Question's under leveled. Let's let her do this. I would say she probably can't get hit by Licky Tongue, but Licky Tongue probably also has move diversity. Don't keep doing that. Hit you with Confusing. Right. Giga Drain you! I was hoping that would have been a level up. Huh. I'm not angry. I have more rare Pokemon at home. Well, here's the power plant. Magnemites and Magnetons, probably. And probably Zapdos. Max Potion. Oh, man. Nice to meet you, Mr. Potion. I know I go on about this a lot, but man, I really wish that, like, what was it, like 5th wave of Zevaz happened? Because I'm looking over at the Shock Berserker I have, and I have on his gag piece, the part that's like, it's a joke part, which is a magnet. But it's like, it's actually kind of a cool part. It actually does work well with the rest of Shock Berserker's kit. Uses anti-gravity to stay suspended, but it doesn't always have levitate. Appears without warning and uses Thunder Wave and similar moves. Like the magnet actually does kind of work cool as like its hand. or you could put it on the end of its I guess it's a bat. I was gonna say staff. It's a bat, but it can kind of be a staff. It could be like a magnet staff. You put the magnet on the end of it, or just magnet club. And it's got parts in its armor where you can attach pieces with the connecting part that the magnet has. So you can make it like it's wearing a magnet gauntlet, which is pretty neat. Or you can put the magnet in the hand slot where it normally goes. Oh, hello. And then you put the armor, on the arm where the armor can go, either like the arm or the leg. But you put that on the arm, and it still looks like a magnet gauntlet. It's just like a slightly different magnet gauntlet. Still looks pretty cool. Let me see. Let's tenderize the electrode. I should probably put up yeah. Oh, right, you're a special attacker. Why didn't I think of that? But anyway, so I was looking at the magnet and thinking like, man, no, not self-destruct. I wanted to catch you. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to ride my bike. I was looking at the magnet and thinking like, man, I wonder what the gag pieces to other figures would have been if we got the new ones. I don't know. I don't know if we know all the parts. So I know there was one that was like a turtle, and I think it actually made it to like the molding process. It actually became a figure, like a prototype figure. I think I want to say its gag piece would have had like a tiny mechanical turtle, which I guess would have been like a wind up like remote bomb or something. But I think others, like, they didn't make it far enough into production that we know all the parts they would have come with. So we don't know what their gag pieces would have been. Would have been really I would be interested to know, because sometimes they actually are kind of cool. Like, what's it called? Tomb Wraith, I think. Basically just a black skeleton with, like, bat wings and a flaming sword. Its gag piece is a jack-o'-lantern head, which actually does look pretty cool. You combine it with the big orange bat wings, which I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on fire, but it's a pretty fiery looking dude. So the jack-o'-lantern head makes a lot of sense. Oh, look, thunder. Could have taught that to Shigeo and probably could have done better in Elite 4. Oh well. Shows you how good exploring is in Pokemon. Sometimes you find TMs. I guess that's not a new thing. I talk about how, like, oh man, Scarlet and Violet did really good with his overworld because they rewarded your exploration with TMs. Yeah, they've always done that. That's not new to Scarlet and Violet. It's still a good way that, Scarlet and Violet adapted to, or, worked really well as an open world game, is because they continue that tradition of rewarding your exploration with TMs. Just made that, evolving into an open world formula actually work really well. I'm gonna go over here and just see if that's a electrode. So I know there were 2 Zevas that I don't think ever got made into figures, but we do know what their boxes looked like. And those are probably the ones I want the most, if I could ever have them. It's like Rakahuna and Netgeist. And Rakahuna would have been like a lava surfer, and Netgeist would have been like a hacker. with like a bit of a spider aesthetic a little bit. And actually, so those two would have come with parts for a different faction. So basically, the like Netgeist would have been the human faction, but he would have come with bug parts. That was going to be one of the special features of this wave. And it actually makes a lot of sense for Netgeist because he's going to have arachnid pieces. I think it actually said it's like arachnoid or something, but it's enough context information to know it would have been spider parts. Formed by several magnemite linked together, they frequently appear when sunspots flare up. But a Rakahuna, I don't think his parts made sense. Ah, yeah, you are an Electrode. Because he would have come with, like, I forget what they call it, but like a big metal claw and tank treads. It's like, what's that got to do with surfing? Yeah, since we only know the boxes to them, and the boxes don't show every single piece they come with, just the most exciting ones, I guess. We don't know what gag parts they would have had. I guess that's to say, if any, I don't think every figure comes with gag pieces. Because now I'm thinking about it, like Hemogoblin and Moonstalker, I don't think they have gag pieces. I guess you could say Hemogoblins are the like alternate, like really tiny pair of wings. Like, I don't know. You want your vampire to have tiny wings? That's a choice. Could be like, you know, like the wings can change size. So the big wings are when you want to fly, and then the tiny wings are when you want to fit through doorways. I'm pretty sure Moonstalker doesn't have any piece you could argue is supposed to be a joke. Can you get in my ball? How hard is it to put a Pokeball in another Pokeball? I mean, pretty hard, I guess, if the Pokeball in question is bigger than the Pokeball you're trying to put it in. Let me switch to, who is this rock? To Woo? Woo. Although it doesn't resist electric, so maybe not the brightest idea. Well, you're supposed to tenderize it, not knock it out. Oops. I mean, I could just evolve not a Pikachu. Voltorb. So it's not a big deal if they don't come back. Just would have been nice for the purposes of oh look, Thunderstone. Would have been nice for the purposes of getting to the Seville Islands. Need 20 more Pokemon. Almost feels like I'm doing some kind of challenge run, like I'm trying to see how fast I can catch 60 Pokemon. I should heal Shigeo. That's not my bag. I remember another couple Zevas that never came out. Or like, kind of like an upgraded Alpha Ranger that was kind of like a police officer on roller skates. Yeah, actually it looks cooler than it sounds. Because it's would have had like sci-fi armor, so, you know, not just ordinary police officer but roller skates. Like, no, he was like RoboCop, but go gadget roller skates. And he had like light bars on his shoulders or something. Well, good to see that Zapdos is here. So then where's Articuno? I don't think I ever found Articuno in the original. I will lead with Gojira, because he will be immune to electric. Save again. Gah! Oh, level 50. Wow. I suppose we're good enough. Yeah, I don't care if you're faster. You're already faster. Okay, that is not as much damage as I hoped. I'll just thrash. It's not gonna do that much damage, right? Yeah, you can... Oh, wait, I guess you're... I was thinking that's the one that lets you hit Ghost-type Pokemon. But good that you have that, so it can't knock you out with Thrash. I'll do one Thrash, and then block the second one. Uh-oh. 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 No! So how do you do a reset? It's like, there we go. Just hold literally all the buttons. Yeah, this is on my Switch, so I don't get another save. Unless I connect to Pokemon Home and transfer all my Pokemon away, but... Not doing that. This is the only save I get in this. I will succeed this time by making the same mistake again. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the other Zvods would have been an upgraded Sledge Trooper, who would have just been like a robot with like more weapons on it than the original. I think both of those got to the figure phase. I'm pretty sure the like upgraded Alpha Ranger would... pretty sure that has an actual figure that was shown off at like... Not Comic-Con. I think some other like San Diego event. And I guess that's how there would be one for... Don't critical! And I guess that's how there would have been one for... what was the one I just said? Like, oh, I got the turtle. Yeah, good job with your detect. You sure did detect this ball coming at your face. You know what? I should try holding down and B again. See if that works. Ah, shoot. Gojira, no! Yeah, Shigeo's not exactly tanky. Okay, Ultra Ball. I'm holding down B. Doesn't work. Fine, go ahead. Do it. I mean, you just did do it, but bet you won't do it again! Ah, I could have... That's where I could have taunted. You won't do it again because I caught you. I would like to not run out of Ultra Balls. Zapdos, I would like to not run out of Ultra Balls. You wanna have a regular Pokeball? You wanna be Doofy Goofus in a regular stinking Pokeball? I didn't think so. Ow. What about a Great Ball? You want to go in a Pokeball that doesn't match your color palette at all? Unfortunately, I got rid of Hypnosis. So there's no chance of putting Zapdos to sleep to increase my odds further. Honestly, if I run out of Pokeballs, I should just reset. You know, reset again. It's like, that's what people do when fighting legendaries. Like, it's one thing to reset during, like, the Elite Four or something. That's its own argument of, like, is that fair? Is it a legitimate win if you reset? Legendaries, everyone resets on legendaries. Especially if you knock them out by accident. So I don't think it's unreasonable to be like, hey, I need Pokeballs to catch more Pokemon later. Dude. So, you know, going for the reset, because like, hey, I need Pokeballs. And I don't have money for more. Well, I could get more money. I still have nuggets I haven't sold. Dude. Get in the ball! That's fine. It doesn't affect my ability to throw balls at you. But... Huh. What do you think about that? I keep thinking of electric types as like you can't paralyze them. They're immune to it. It's like you can't poison a poison type. I held down and B again. That should show you that that doesn't do anything. The fact that it didn't even shake once when it has paralysis and is almost knocked out. Like, you would think if that increases your odds of catching a Pokemon, it would have shaken at least once. Well, great. Now I'm out of Ultra Balls. Great. Haha. You know, I caught Moltres way faster than you. Moltres wasn't so much of a pain. Dude. That's fine. I don't care. You start a wave all you want. Doesn't matter. I hate catching legendary Pokemon. I don't find this enjoyable. I don't find this exciting. I just want the dang bird to get in the ball. Him and his freaking carrot beak. Dude. I don't know which is going to happen first. I'm going to run out of Pokemon or Pokeballs. Well, at this rate, it's going to be Pokemon. Wu is strong, but I don't know if he's strong enough to really resist super effectiveness from a legendary. That's fine. I don't care. Do that all you want. Yep. At this rate, I just want to see if I can catch it in a regular Pokeball. I think we was gonna faint first. Thank you for being dumb. Now be even dumber and get in the ball. You're gonna get in this ball. Your speed is already as high as it goes. Doofus. What are you out of drill pecks? You only have 5 drill pecks? Maybe I will run out of balls first. Nope, there's okay. Reset. Well, I guess it didn't necessarily warrant a reset, because I could have just come back, I think. It's not the same as knocking it out, but I'm out of balls. Reset. Gah! I will continue to have not learned my lesson and keep using Thrash. So I guess if anything, because it doesn't have an electric move other than, like, I know its moveset now. It's Agility, Thunder Wave, Drill Peck, and what was the 4th one? Maybe I don't know its moveset, but like it doesn't have thunder, right? So I could just have something that resists flying rather than something that resists electric. Yeah, it doesn't affect Goji, right? dude. Snapped out of confusion. Should go lower. A little lower. We'll go a little lower. Let's use a potion on Gojira first. Keep him in the game. Detect, that's the other one. So its only offensive move is Drill Peck. Forgot what I was looking for a moment. Getting the ball. Okay, wait. I got an idea. Detect doesn't stop my reflect. Doofus. Guess Calm Mind only ups special offense, which flying is normal, or is physical, but I'm gonna Calm Mind anyway until it, yeah, Thunder Wave, there we go. So now I can start using my Ultra Balls while it's paralyzed. Keep wanting to say paralyzed. That's not... I'm not italicizing them like when typing. Why do you break out so quickly? It's an Ultra Ball! Reflect off. Okay. No, I should put up another Reflect. You know, just in case that Drill Peck happens. Why do you bust out so quickly? It's an Ultra Ball. You should shake it at least once. You kidding me? Why are you not shaking? Dude! Honestly, if it doesn't get caught in these Ultra Balls, I should just reset and leave. I don't want to keep wasting time trying to catch Zapdos. Zapdos is stupid and smelly, and electric flying is overrated. And its face looks stupid. Frankly, I don't want Zapdos. You can stay out of that ball. And don't think about staying in this one either. That's what I thought. Because you're stupid. You don't even know not to use Thunder Wave on someone who's already paralyzed because you're stupid. Yeah, alright, whatever. It's break time. I'm going to go on break. I had, first of all, didn't mean to leave it on my home screen, but also I hit the wrong button on my sound input panel thing. So instead of making it so that you can hear me, I made it so that I can hear me, but you can't hear me. So that was weird. Anyway. I guess now you know I got Yuka Replayly. Oh, okay, that's fine. That door's there, and then you can't go back in. Not like in the Pokemon Mansion, where there's that one door that lets you go out, but then when you try to go back in, you go in through a different door. You go back in through the main door. It doesn't really make any sense. If there are two doors, why can't you go through the other door? Alright, I guess we're gonna go back to the cave. And by back, I mean back so that we're back on the main road, and then forward through the cave. At least until we see, what's his face? Maybe I should just go to Victory Road. Because then I can also get, like, other Pokemon that I don't think... Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Stop it. Get other Pokemon that are, like... I don't think show up in other caves. But let's see what's here first in Rock Tunnel. We'll keep the ladder close. No sense going deeper. I'm not sitting in the right position, huh? Not correctly lined up with my TV here. There we go. Break that Geodude. Nope, not the ladder. Just go back and forth. Mikey. Peck. Come on, I'm pretty sure the Pokedex said I can find Onix in here. You're not Onix. And people like to act like Pokemon are Pokemon designs and names are less creative than they used to be. Onix is literally just called Onix. That's just a type of stone or mineral or something, whatever you call it. But, you know, Onix is more than just a Pokemon. It's even spelled the same too. Like it's one thing to have muck, where it's M-U-K instead of M-U-C-K, but it's still a pile of muck. Onix is just Onix. And it's not even Onix. It's not even an Onix-colored creature. It's just named after a type of stone. Or mineral, or whatever it's classified as. It's named after something that exists in real life. I wonder how many Pokemon were... Like, how many designs were kind of compromised because it's like, whatever, we just got to get more Pokemon in. We just want to fill out the Pokedex, fill out the roster. I feel like, you know, Geodude, or not Geodude, Voltorb and Electrode probably could have been at least more unique from each other if they had, like, maybe more time or more space on the cartridge. Because to me, it does seem like I don't want to say it's a lazy Pokemon, but it does seem like something that kind of arose from like, oh, we don't have space to make a wholly, completely unique sprite. Let's just flip this one upside down and change its face. There we go. New Pokemon. Like, I wonder if they had, like, more time or more space on the cartridge or something. If they would have gone with a more unique design. Because, I think there were Pokemon in Red and, or in Gold and Silver that were holdovers, unused designs that they didn't get to put into Red and Blue. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Ultra Balls suck. It's a level 15 Onix that's almost dead. He's gonna die from his poisoning. And you can't even freaking catch the Onix? Ultra Balls suck. I hate them. They're lame. Which is why I'm gonna go buy more. But I guess Electrode is kind of the only example I would say is like a strictly lazy Generation 1 design. And you can dog on the later series as much as you want, but it doesn't get any lazier than the same Pokemon, but it's upside down. Wait, that's not the thing I wanted. I'll take 2 nuggets. I suppose Muck and Grimer are also kind of... You could argue they're lazy because Grimer is just a smaller Muck. Or, vice versa. Muck is a bigger Grimer. Again, I wonder if that was done because they just couldn't make them more unique from each other, or because that's the exact vision they had for those Pokemon evolving, and they just weren't very imaginative yet. $700. How many more do I need? Top the sticky menu. 20. Right. I still don't get why this courtyard is like this. It's an absolute mess. And then they moved the door for some reason. Don't mind me, buddy. I'm just looking for Onix. Not you. Or smash. I'm just thinking about how excited I am for Crypt Curse to show up in the mail. I feel like that's a sentence you don't hear every day. I can't wait for my curse to show up in the mail. But no, it's an action figure, so it's not an actual curse. It's just an action figure with curse in its name. It said earliest it could arrive is Wednesday. And it is shipping from a place that's not too far from where I live. I mean, you know, as far as America goes, not too far away. It could have been in California, but it's not. It's in like North Carolina, I think. It's not the closest it could be, but which, you know, it's weird. For all the things I bought off of eBay, I don't think I've ever bought anything that's come from. Oh wait, it's Machop. I could get a Machop. I don't think I've ever bought anything in the same state as me. Great, now there's a ticking clock. I think I did buy something from New York once, though. So that... Or maybe Pennsylvania? Would that be the closest? Loves to build its muscles. It trains in all styles of martial arts to become even stronger. Yeah, I cannot see a Machop fighting, like, what's it called? Capoeira? Yeah, Machop does not fight Capoeira. I'm sorry. That's not all forms of martial arts. You show me a Machop that's fighting Drunken Fist style, and I will accept that Machop learns all fighting styles. I think that's just one of those things you're right because it sounds cool, but then you don't think about how, you know, you don't think of the logistics of actually knowing every possible fighting style. Okay, that is less damage than I was hoping. And poison now. Ah, ticking clock. Too bad this isn't one of those kinds of RPGs where you can use items on your enemies. Ow. Well, better throw a ball. I'm just trying to think of, like, what occupation would actually say that. My first thought was juggler, but jugglers would throw multiple balls, not one ball. But a baseball player! There you go. Curls up into a spiny ball when threatened. Doesn't learn rollout, though, I don't think. It can roll while curled up to attack or escape. That just makes Sandslash even cooler to me. I bet the next time I play this save, you know, I finish this marathon, I come back to this save like a year or two later, and thinking like, oh, I want to catch all the Pokemon, and then I'm gonna look at my box and be like, why do I have a Sandshrew and a Sandslash? I'm gonna completely forget that I was trying to get to 60 caught Pokemon. Aha! And you're part poison, so you shouldn't get poisoned by my poison. Okay, that is a lot less damage than I was hoping. Well, I'm committed now. Still not a lot of damage. And I'm gonna hurt myself. Cool. It's kind of an interesting strategy to lock your opponent in, make them unable to switch Pokemon, and then hit them with status moves. Unfortunately, I can buy these. Oh, wait, that's gonna knock out. Darn it. Kind of feel like I wasted that full restore now. Keep on. I'm sorry, Marowak. Brick break. Still less damage than I expect. Isn't Needle King supposed to have like considerably high attack power? And Brick Break barely does anything against Marowak. See, this is why I feel like stats just don't matter. Like it doesn't matter what a number is. It can be 140. Doesn't mean you're gonna one-shot everything. It's kind of annoying. Boomerang. Ah. Why is it super effective? It's ground. I remember saying like, oh, I would have made it rock. Go ahead, try to hit me with a boomerang. It won't work. It reminded me of a line from an Eminem song, but I couldn't remember all the words fast enough to say it. I'm not gonna say it now, the moment's gone. The bone it holds is its key weapon, as opposed to its sub-weapon, and like it has any other weapons. It throws the bone skillfully, like a boomerang, to KO targets. You know, I would argue how, like, well, how does it come back? It's bone-shaped, it's not boomerang-shaped. Boomerangs don't come back when it hits stuff either. I did not want to give a nickname. Shoot. Right, yeah, there we go, Marowak. No nickname for Marowak. Primate? I don't know I can find you in here. Okay. Shoot. The faster you go, the more encounters you get, right? It's funny how I didn't need a grinding session for this game. But here I am in Victory Road running back and forth for like half an hour now. Do I dare risk one more cut? No. And it's a good thing I didn't, because I would not have needed it. Its muscular body is so powerful, it must wear a power save belt to be able to regulate its motions. What? A power save belt? Wonder if that's something that makes more sense in Japanese pop culture than it does to me in my Western brain. It makes me think of like Super Sentai. Never grew up with that because I'm American. Closest thing we had to that is Power Rangers, and I didn't even grow up with that. I remember I had some Power Rangers Mega Bloks sets, but that's just because I like the Megazords. I remember being very disappointed that getting all three of the regular Megazords did not combine. They did not combine into the big guy. They didn't form Ultron. Or no, Voltron. Ultron is the Marvel guy. Age of Ultron. Voltron, that's the guy with the combining lions. That's a show I'd probably be very disappointed in, because I feel like, I mean, maybe the newer version I'd probably be, well, I would say more disappointed in, but it would probably also have better storytelling, so I don't know. But somehow we assumed that Power Rangers probably forms the big guy more than Voltron does. And if I'm watching just for the giant combining robot, I'd probably be more satisfied with Power Rangers doing it more often than I would be with Voltron rarely forming Voltron, because like, oh well, you don't want to form Voltron all the time, because then, you know, power scaling goes out of whack. I don't know if I ever said this, but when I got Aegis, the board game Aegis, I had assumed that his combining robots thing was supposed to be like a Power Rangers thing. But no, it is very different. They're robots. They're not mechs. They're robots. They are AI-controlled machines. Although I don't know if I think they do call the central characters pilots. Or no, they're commanders. So I don't think they actually get inside the robots and control them, even though they do have signature robots. Somehow I feel like maybe they merge with the robot. That'd be cool. You know, they merge with their signature robot, and then that robot merges with a robot, and then that guy merges with another guy, and then they just keep going until you get to the giant guys. The giant level 4 robots. Should Onyx really be this hard to catch? Is Onyx even good? Yeah, buffeted by the sandstorm. Excuse me. No, back up. If you survive this cut, I'll throw one more Ultra Ball. Okay, I'll throw one more Ultra Ball. Honestly, I think if we don't get to the Seville Islands at all tonight, I don't want to do them. If we don't catch 60 Pokemon tonight, then we're not going to Seville Islands. As it grows, the stone portions of its body harden to become similar to black-colored diamonds. Sorry, my inflection there was weird because I was still reading the words. Here, black-colored diamonds. You know, like onyx? Like the stone? Onyx? Is there anything else in there I can catch? I guess I still catch it like a Golbat. Or is it Crobat? The second bat. That's not what I meant to use. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I guess let's spend another 5 minutes here, and then we'll move on. Let's see, how many are you doing? Still need 15 more. Which 15 more Pokemon in 2 hours, it sounds doable, but I also have to remember where Pokemon are. You know, if the Safari Zone didn't suck, that'd be a good place to go catch more Pokemon. You know, I'm just thinking, I should look on eBay. I've probably had this thought before. I should look on eBay for, like, Transformers sets that combine together. Because I know they exist. You know, they're Devastator. That'd be cool to get. Like, you know, obviously an original Devastator is probably going to be extremely expensive. Okay, don't die. But I should see if there's any, like, reproduction Devastators that look good. That, you know, are reasonably priced. Maybe get one of those sometime. I think I once looked for one of the two Transformers, or I should say both, because I looked for both of them. Of the two Transformers that can combine with the Optimus Prime I have. And I think they were very expensive, so that's unfortunate. Always furious and tenacious to boot. He really doesn't like boots. He's always tenacious towards them. It will not abandon chasing its quarry until it catches up. No, not you again. You've eaten enough of my Ultra Balls. Man, wouldn't it be interesting if Pokemon had a mechanic like Xenoblade has, where you could unlevel yourself and convert that experience into some kind of currency? And then you could buy items with your unleveledness? That would be a great way. I mean, I say that because it is a great way in Xenoblade. A great way for people to be the level they want to be. Because it's kind of a weird system in how, like, if you're playing like me and you're trying to be as high level as you can be at all times, and you're like, why am I leaving? 5 minutes isn't up yet. We still got 1 more minute. If you play like me, you're trying to be as high level as you could be at all times. You're not worried about getting over leveled. It's a weird system because you like, it's like you get the normal experience from a battle, and you level up like normal. But then you also have that like sub experience that you got to go to like a campsite or an inn to actually gain. And you have to choose to level up with that extra experience. So it's weird if you're playing like that. But if you're like Chugga Conroy and you're like, well, I don't want to be over leveled for every single situation. I want to be just leveled enough so that I can win, but not so over leveled that it's stupidly easy. Then like, it's a great system because then you could be like, I'm over leveled, and then you can level yourself down. So if Pokemon had that, that would be... You wouldn't even need a difficulty system anymore, because that is your difficulty setting. Make yourself weaker on purpose. People will probably still want a difficulty setting to be like, oh man, I want the gym leaders to be harder. I want them to be more tactical. I think that's a lot bigger of an ask, but like just do the Xenoblade system and let yourself D-level. That would be... I think that would make a lot of people happy. Frankly, I think it would make both people happy. People who want the games to be harder, and people like me who prefer things to be easy when, you know, if they get too hard, it's like, oh, I don't want it to be hard. I want it to be easy. You know, people who eat at Weenie Hut Juniors. Me. I guess I could buy stones while I'm here, but then I'd have to get the Pokemon out of the PC. And oh yeah, Snorlax. Shoot. Well, we're not leading with Gojira because I don't want to poison him. Question's probably good. Want to use the Poke Flute? Yes. Snorlax woke up. He is angry. Kind of reminds me of that Family Guy episode where they got a new dog. And the dog was, like, ridiculously nice. And he wakes them up by playing the flute one time. Makes me wonder how nice it would be to actually wake up with, you know, the cartoon wake-up music. The cartoon wake-up flute music. Aha! You're already awake, doofus. You ate your berry. Okay, well. It's too bad Question doesn't have Dream Eater anymore. Then I can eat Snorlax's dreams when he goes to sleep. He's gonna use Rest, of course. All right. Wake Question up. Where am I going? I still have burn heals. Can you believe I got frozen more times than I had ice heals, but I haven't had to use these burn heals yet? Or I think, no, I used one, didn't I? It's like, I swear, poison, paralysis, and sleep. Those are the three you gotta worry about through the main game. Burn and freeze barely ever come up. They so rarely come up that you might as well just not have those, because you'll probably just have berries instead. Yep. Haha. That's why I led with Question. You know, when I say things like leading with Question, it makes you think that I called her Question because of that. Nope. If you were there when I named her, you'd know. But if you weren't there, then I'm not going to tell you. It's too bad. You got to watch that VOD. There we go. May have knocked the one out, forgetting that I only have one save here, but I got the other one. When are we finally going to get Pokemon with multiple save slots? Like, what are they afraid of? I mean, cheating. That's what they're afraid of. What do you want? Multiple save slots. When do I want them? Now! So I'm protesting, apparently. It's like it's not like you could trade Pokemon with yourself. You know, it's not like you could get 2 legendaries. Well, okay, I guess the thing they could be afraid of is that if you had 2 saves, you could get 2 legendaries. And sure, you couldn't trade them with yourself. Well, you could put them in Pokemon Home, I guess, and then you can have multiple of the same legendary. But then you would also be able to trade them to other people and just like, okay, you know, I'll just make another save and I can trade you another Mewtwo or whatever. So while it wouldn't necessarily make, like, you could trade them all to one save. Well, I guess with Pokemon Home you could. But yeah, it would make legendary Pokemon, I guess, a lot more common. A lot easier to trade away. Don't you dare laugh. I'm not laughing. We just like hanging here. What's it to you? Nice bike. Hand it over. You already have a bike. You don't want to trade your motorcycle for my bicycle. Koji. Go back to writing Super Mario Bros. Music. Oh, critical hit. Nice. No. Would it really be such a bad thing if legendary Pokemon were easier to trade to people? Because you would still have to play through the whole game to get another one. So even if the argument for not having multiple saves is like, well, we don't want you, you know, getting another legendary that you could just trade to people or put in Pokemon Home. Like, technically you could already do that. You would just lose all the Pokemon you had in that save if you didn't trade them away. Like my brother could just play through Violet, trade me his Miraidon when he's able to do that, and then just start over and get another Miraidon. Forget it. Who needs your bike? Me. Come out and play, little mouse. It's kind of fun. I think it's funny how my train of thought went, why don't we have multiple saves? Oh, I guess you could just get multiple legendaries and put them in Pokemon Home, and then you just have a ton of legendaries. And then I thought of a counterpoint to that. Counterpoint is, well, you could already do that. Like, really, the only difference between having multiple save files on the same cartridge, let's just say cartridge. I know it doesn't save to the cartridge anymore, but let's just say on the same cartridge. You know, for the same profile, I guess. I don't know why I avoided that phrasing. You little rat. It's like it's perfectly clear what I'm saying, so I didn't say it like that. I hate losing. Get out of my face. Hey, you just bumped me. Again, he's pointing. It works so well with his dialogue. Hey, you! You bumped me! But yeah, like, now think about it. What is the argument? What is Pokemon Company afraid of? That they aren't already doing with having the same profile have multiple saves. Hey, wait, you're not normal. I can hit you with a ghost move. Sometime I kept using secret power because it's like, oh, it's the only move that can hit. Not if they're not part normal. The double negative was tripping me up, but yeah, if they're not part normal, I don't need to use secret power. Kaboom! We'll always be hanging around here, even if you don't like it. You can detour to Vermilion from Fuchsia going along the coast. I'm gonna go heal. I know I just realized I don't need secret power, but... Excuse me. But I would like to have, you know, at least some PP in that move. Maybe there's like an element of the online that they're scared of unbalancing if they let you have multiple save files. But again, if you want multiple legendaries, you have to play through the whole game to get another one, which you can already do. So I don't think that would change anything either. It just makes it easier for you, the person making multiple saves, to keep the Pokemon you want and then trade away others. Hey there. Let's have ourselves a good time. He's pointing at me. You there! Have a good time! I just realized I really don't need to be fighting all these guys. I'm supposed to be here to catch, like, Doduo. It's a good thing I realized I can hit this guy with Shadow Punch, because, Smokescreen is not going to do a thing if I use Shadow Punch. Sure, I said this before, but I think the reason why I'm supposed to be going to the Civi Islands is because of story importance. How important is the story there? Do I really need that before I move on to other games? I don't really know that I do. I don't. Yeah, I really don't. Honestly, I don't think that Civi Islands is going to change how I feel about this game. I already feel like it's the superior way to experience Generation 1. Like, really, the only thing that could possibly change that is if Let's Go is really, really good, which, honestly, I doubt. Don't make me bad. Might as well fight the last guy. I'm feeling hungry and mean. I did not read that as hungry for a moment. I need a punching bag. Cameron. Mankey. I could hit you with Shadow Punch, right? Yeah. One-shot you with Shadow Punch. I don't know. Something about... Oh, you're gonna be able to punch me now. Oh, I better watch out. I better not cry. Chop Santa Claus, apparently. Somehow I feel like Civi Islands, like, if I play the rest of it, it's just not... It's not gonna be worth it. Bad, bad, bad! I'm gonna have If I'm going to have Pokemon, they may as well be ferocious. I'd use them to leave my enemies in tatters. Whee! They really didn't change this much to make it look even more like a hill. It still just looks like I'm being pulled down for no reason. Like, somehow I feel like Civi Islands is not gonna... It's not gonna be like the Isle of Armor or Kitakami. I feel like it's just kind of gonna be more text, and that's it. And national Pokemon, I guess, which I guess that's why I need the national decks to go there first. But I don't know that any story it has is gonna blow me away. I don't know that it's gonna be worth finding 60 or like what was it from the start? 45 more Pokemon. I also should have caught that Raticate. Oops. When I was thinking about like all the side stories I might do and might not do, like honestly, Isle of Armor, Sword and Shield, wait, Scarlet and Violet. That's the one I meant. The DLCs for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Those are like, yeah, you know what? I might as well. Because like I've never done Isle of Armor or Crown Tundra. in Sword and Shield. Why not do them? Like I said last time, borrowing DLC is a thing now. I could totally do that. And I wouldn't even have to borrow the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, because I have it. And I enjoyed it, so why not go through it again? It uses its whiskers to maintain its balance. You know, big fat, low to the ground Raticate. So at risk of toppling over. Like, it's practically on all fours. What is it balancing? It apparently slows down if they are cut off. Well, don't do that! Don't mutilate your Raticate. Is Don't Duo even still here? I figured if I said that, it might appear. I'm glad it did. But what about Farfetch'd? Where's Farfetch'd? Isn't Farfetch'd supposed to be on like, the route that I call the longest route in the game? Between, like, Lavender Town and Fuchsia? A bird that makes up for its poor flying with its fast foot speed. Leaves giant footprints. Its foot, like, on the sprite, it looks like it has 3 toes. It apparently has 4. Which I feel like is more of a, like a Dodrio kind of look for its foot. I guess I don't know, excuse me, how long to keep looking in this grass for, so how about we just move on? Whee! Ow! Beep, 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 boop. Cinder, help me out of this! Help me out! Help! Cinder, help me out of this hill! Fly me to safety! Excuse me? $11 more. Nope. I was looking at the time, that's why I missed the door, but... yeah, I gotta get more Pokemon here. Oh, right. I was gonna switch to Cinder, because like, oh, she's immune to ground. So is Question. It's almost Dodorio's cry. Were you defeated by Shadow Punch? Yes. I'm kind of surprised I can ride my bike down here. And you get beat by that too. Okay. Don't hit the Diglett then. Isn't that a minigame? Isn't there a minigame in like Pokemon Stadium where you whack a Diglett? Probably not. I think Pokemon tends to not have you abuse Pokemon. You typically don't hit them with hammers. I remember there's a minigame where you're like Furret, and you're popping in and out of holes, trying to bounce balls around, trying to bounce them into your goal. Lives about 1 yard underground, where it feeds on plant roots. It sometimes appears above ground. When? Unless you mean its head poking out. Doesn't even have a footprint. Confirmed, Diglett doesn't have feet. Diglett is a noodle. See if I can get a Doug trio. It's funny how Diglett and Doduo They seemingly share a cry, just slightly altered. And then there's Dodrio and Doug Trio. I understand why they sound the same, because they're both playing off a trio. But, you know, similar in more ways than one. You know, I kind of like that I'll be at too many games while in the middle of playing Emerald. Because then I can just cleanly, you know, if next time I ask someone, you know, give me a Pokemon to use, I can just say, Gen 4 onwards. Any mainline game from Generation 4 onwards, name me a Pokemon, and I'll use them. Okay, I'll go for one more encounter, and then we're leaving. I wonder if How Long to Beat has Civi Islands listed on it as, like, quote-unquote DLC. Because it's not, so it shouldn't. It probably counts it as, like, bonus or extra, whatever that kind of, you know, 100%. Although that number is going to be skewed by the Pokedex as well, so I don't know how much I would trust the 100% category to convey how long Civi Islands is. Venonat. Took that better than I expected. Yeah, go ahead, use poison powder. I don't care. Yeah, go ahead, do it again. See if I care, because I don't. Does this look like the face of a person who cares? Lives in the shadows of tall trees, where it eats bugs. Cannibal. It is attracted by light at night. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if that grass can have Farfetch'd in it, but I think either there or maybe over here. Maybe both. Maybe neither. You know, potential for Farfetch'd. Ditto. Okay, that is about how I expected that to go, but I was hoping you would do better. Punch. Huh. Weeping Bell. And I could probably turn that into a Victory Bell with a stone. Never mind. Pidgeotto. Well, I don't have you. And now I do. Very protective of its sprawling territorial area, this Pokemon will fiercely peck at any intruder. There's another Ditto. Dude. I wonder how good Ditto is competitively. Probably not very good, but I don't know. Well, if it copies the type of your opponent, I don't know. I don't think we're getting to Civvy Islands. There, finally. Should not have been that hard to catch a Ditto. Capable of copying an opponent's genetic code to instantly transform itself into a duplicate of the enemy. What else was here that I didn't get? Is that it? Well, I guess Weeping Bell. Do I care that much? Not really. It's not like I'm never gonna play Civvy Islands. I'm just not gonna stream it if we don't get there. 7 more Pokemon. Let's go to the Safari Zone. It's free Pokeballs. Well, I guess it do still need a mission cost. I mean, I knew that. I knew it wasn't literally free Pokeballs. But, like, I did just remember, oh yeah, I don't really have money. Wait. I need to go to my PC to withdraw my nuggets. Hi, Lapras. I'm gonna do the Stardust too. Oh yeah, Star Piece. I got a big pearl. That Slowpoke sprite looks kind of goofy. I guess the one in Cerulean also looked kind of silly. This looks different than the front-facing sprite for that guy, though. He also doesn't have his tail when he's sideways. Just looks like a Minecraft pig. Not even a realistic pig, a Minecraft pig. Let's start with the pearl. 3,000? Okay. Star Piece? 4,000. Stardust? 1,000. Nuggets? 5,000 each. Let's do half that, because I just remembered Safari Zone. I was gonna do it, and then I remembered, oh, right, Safari Zone. Now let's see how many Pokemon that 500 Pokies will turn into. Doesn't even have to be good Pokemon, just anything. Just anything that will let me catch it. Is it just me that they make the starting area smaller? So far, so already caught. Already had you. Is this area 2, I think? I said is this, but then I said I think. Like, well, am I asking or am I saying I think? So is it rock that makes it easier to catch? Yeah, these mechanics are stupid. Starting in place, kind of stepping. Eggs. Thought I was gonna eat a berry for a moment. Didn't realize it had an animation to it. I like the eggs that are on the top left that are like, they look like they're looking over their shoulder like, huh? Just get in the ball. Thank you for listening. It is often mistaken for eggs. I wonder why. When disturbed, they quickly gather and attack in swarms. Imagine getting attacked by a swarm of eggs. Wait, hang on, I gotta see. Okay. 484. Well, experiment is getting interrupted by a Pokemon I already have. Oop, well that counts as a step. I think I could just turn in place until I encounter Pokemon. Pretty sure Kangaskhan has a bad catch rate. And a likelihood to flee. Dude. Yep. Well, 500 Pokies has at least caught me one Pokemon. Yes, execute. Yes, you. Yeah, I already have one of you. I have your whole line. I at least want to see if I can get Kangaskhan to show back up. And then I'll stop exploiting the movement mechanics. Paris. Go back to France. Look at me, I'm a trainer NPC. Oh, need arena. There we go. The female's horns develop slowly, prefers physical attacks such as clawing and biting. It still doesn't really have horns unless you're talking about the spines on its back. Oh, box 1 is full. 5 more. At this rate, I probably could get enough by evolving the ones that I can evolve with stones. So Pikachu, need arena. Maybe execute? Probably not execute. can't remember any others that evolve with stones that I have caught. There we go. Dude. There. The infant rarely ventures out of its mother's protective pouch until it is 3 years old. I guess if you mega evolve a Kangaskhan, it ages it by 3 years. I don't know why I'm walking. It's not like it makes my steps go down faster. I think repels work like that, but Safari Zone shouldn't. It's counting like tiles moved. Does fishing take up your Safari Zone time? It shouldn't. Logically it should, but gameplay-wise it shouldn't. Goldeen? Dude. There. So what, I need 2 more? Yeah, let's go back and evolve Pokemon. Let's go evolve ones I can do with stones. Evolve my Pikachu. Okay, but I gotta answer this question. 3, 4, 6. Dratini? Heck yeah, I want a Dratini. Pensive emoji. 3, 4, 6. So I don't think fishing counts. You can fish as much as you want. Sea King. Aren't you the evolution of a Goldeen? Or am I mistaken? You can have the rest of my balls, Sea King. I'm just gonna go evolve a Pikachu. Okay, bye. Wait, what? I thought I had more than that. Okay. Let me flip through the Pokedex. See what I can evolve with a stone. Pikachu. We need arena. I can check where Farfetch'd is. Area unknown! What do you mean? They deleted Farfetch from the game? Does it actually say how to evolve Pokemon? Blue claims it does. Oh, look, size. Huh. I don't know why I thought Execute was bigger than that. It doesn't say how to evolve them. Blue is a liar. Yeah, Goldane Seeking. They're next to each other, so I believe they evolve. You can get a Star U and evolve into Star Me. Okay, I'm going to use up the rest of my steps the normal way instead of retiring, because that feels like a waste. And if I see anything new and catch anything new, then cool. But if not, I think I know 3 more Pokemon I can get. I can evolve Pikachu, I can evolve Nidorina, and I know where to get a Tangela. Unless they change that, but it should still be the same place. I never got that item. Money! I think I'm just backtracking here. I think that's the start. Snow. Slow. Slow poke, but fast to catch. Incredibly slow and dopey. Oh, that's rude. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. Ow. How many steps do I even have left? I was gonna say half. No, you have 600, not 500. I think I already got all the items from over here. Finnet. Rhyhorn. Nice. So then I just need to go evolve a Pikachu. Its massive bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. Its tackle can knock a semi-trailer flying. Can knock a trailer flying. That's kind of weird phrasing. Like, knock it into the air. Knock a trailer flying. That sounds weird. Oh, Venomoth. Would you like to get in my ball? No. Potentially. No. But maybe. Nope. But he's still here. Sorry, she's still here. Well, do you or don't you want to be caught? It didn't. Okay, it decided on no. Is there anything over, like, in here? People. Stop walking away from me while I'm trying to talk to you. You wasted my steps. You can keep any item you find in the Safari Zone, but you'll run out of time if you try for all of them at once. My Eevee evolved into Flareon, but a friend's Eevee turned into Vaporeon. I wonder why. Don't you use a stone to do that? It's not like it happens on accident. It's like, huh, I used a Firestone on my Eevee and it turned into Flareon. But my friend used a Firestone and it turned into Vaporeon. Like, that's not how that works. You use a Water Stone. Of course it's going to turn into Vaporeon and not Flareon. Will you not know math? Okay, well, lucrative. I don't even remember how many we caught in there. Just that it should be almost enough. Yeah. I almost don't want to do Pikachu. I kind of want to do Nidorina instead. Have a Nidoking and a Nidoqueen. We'll do Pikachu. I kept saying Pikachu, we'll do Pikachu. I can always catch another one if I want just regular Pikachu, not Raichu. So first I have to change my Pokemon around. And then I go into my bag. And there's that Thunderstone I found. Use it on Pikachu. And then we just put them back in the PC. Wanted it to move. Excuse me. Throat, stop gurgling. You're done. Back to Professor Oak. Or what was it, well, no, yeah, it was Professor Oak, and that should get me my national dex. Good to see you. How's your Pokedex coming along? Here, let me take a look. The amount of progress you've made on your Pokedex is 132 Pokemon seen and 60 Pokemon owned. Professor Oak's rating? Ho ho, this is turning into quite the respectable Pokedex. Ah, now this is excellent. Leaf, I have another important favor to ask you. I need you to listen closely. Recently, there have been sightings of many rare Pokemon species. I'm talking about Pokemon that have never been seen in Kanto. I would love to go see these things for myself, but I'm much too old. Since I can't do it, Leaf, I'd like you to go in my place. Hey, I heard that. Gramps, what's with favoring Leaf over me all the time? I went and collected more Pokemon, and faster too. Yeah, he's objectively better at this than me. You should just let me handle everything. I know. Of course I need your help too. Now I need to see both your Pokédexes. And that's done. Now these units can record data on a lot more Pokemon. He added more storage space. Wow. Put in a new SD card. Now Leaf and Blue. This time, you really must work towards filling your Pokédexes. I urge you to make them the best and the most complete of all time. Truly, this is a monumental and great undertaking in Pokemon history. Gramps, calm down. Don't get so excited. I'll get the Pokédex completed. Don't you worry about a thing. I think I'll try looking around one island first. Or you could try that island. You could try this place. You could try that place. One island is a place you could go to. You could also go to a mountain, some lake. Anyways, I'm out of here. I don't remember if I read that. It's too busy goofing around. Does that count as an accomplishment? Can I go into the Cerulean Cave now? Was that why I couldn't go in? It's because I needed the national dex. I don't know why. Mewtwo was in the regional dex. Wasn't he? Unless they changed it for Leaf Green. And Fire Red, of course, as well. I don't mean to say that the Leaf Green got it and Fire Red didn't. So this is Cerulean Cave, horribly strong Pokemon. It was a very special victory. You have to be strong enough to be Pokemon League champion for starters. You would have to have a great achievement. Is being champion not enough of achievement on its own? Screw you, buddy. Well, I guess we're going to Civi Islands. And I guess we start with 1 because Blue is there, and I have to assume that's where I go because that's where he is. Why would they say he's going to start with 1 island if that's not where I gotta go to? I guess I gotta go speak to what's-his-face, Celio. Leaf, how have things been for you? Oh, is that right? You've caught more Pokemon? You know what? Maybe I can be useful to you. I'm modifying the network machine right now. I'm changing it so it can handle trades over long distances. When I get it finished, you'll be trading for exotic Pokemon from trainers far away. But there was a slight catch. For the link to work, the machine needs a special gemstone. It's supposed to be on 1 island, but I haven't found one yet. Who knows where it could be? Sensing, I use in a warm climate, great. Young people all want to go off to big cities, but I want to stay here forever. Okay. On sunny days, I step out and gaze upon the volcano. That's my daily routine. Let me think. When was the last time Mount Ember erupted? Oh, I guess I haven't surfed this road yet. Is it still technically 1 island if I go this way? I like that cap you have. Maybe I should wear one too. Oh, maybe I have been this way. Oh yeah, because there's a rock smash boulder. Oh, that better not be the thing I need. What should I do? I'm feeling famished again. Well, it's been a few days, so you should probably eat. Hang on, I gotta move my mic. I'm leaning back in my chair now. It's comfortable, and I don't want to move. Wait, hang on. Okay. Is this okay? Yeah, whatever. It's still kind of crooked, but it's fine. Ponyta. Don't need a Ponyta. Got enough Pokemon to move on. I meant for the first thing to rhyme. I didn't mean for the second thing to rhyme. I took a break from swimming, only to have you challenge me? $35. That's the best you could do. Yeah, get him. What? I forgot Blind has Solar Beam. I just wanted her to get some experience. So here's a hint as to a Pokemon I'm going to be using in Emerald. I was thinking of naming it Bonnie Bowl. It didn't really work though, so not going with that. But it was a name that was considered. It wasn't going to fit in the character limit if I had a space. And I didn't feel like having it be one word. Okay, that is actually a good use of protect. Haha, but you just use it, so you can't use it again. It's gonna fail next time, isn't it? Gotcha. Hey, what the? You're good, you. And you barely gave me any money. You. Instead of using surf all the time, you should swim some. Maybe in wind and waves, I don't know. It is a little strange that they would be willing to do anything other than let you just swim as a person. Looks like it looks like we're gonna have a hoverboard, but I guess it's not confirmed. We've barely seen anything of the game yet. Oh, this is just going back up to the volcano. I feel like I should pull up a guide. I don't want to keep roaming around looking for the item. Also, I don't even have Rock Smash, so like, is it up on the is the stone I need on the volcano? Let me see if Cerebi has a guide. Can't freaking read. Text is too small. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm on the wrong side of the mic. That's where the roaming characters are. City Islands, right? It's not a guide, that's just a map. Oh, I'm bumping the mic. Oh, ban it with my headphones. Stop that. Evolution debacle. Okay, let me get off of this tentacle screen. I'm not seeing a guide. I'll just Google. Okay, that is not... Okay, having been the Elite Four and return to Palatown, but I'll give you now. This is the Legion's lab of the sign Blue will join you. National Dex status, blah, 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 blah. Depart from the head, just otherwise talk to Celio. Let's need to find him a gem that makes this Pokemon trading machine work. The Roby is out at Mount Ember, but you may want to check some things before continuing this quest. What was that? Was that my Pokemon? Okay, we're going back to Mount Ember. This time go right. Oh, there they are. Whew, punched through at last. Let's go treasure hunting. Any treasure we find, we haul back to the warehouse. Understood? Oh, and what's the password? At the Rocket House. Or Rocket Warehouse, I mean. Wait, you forgot the password? There's actually two. The first one's Goldeen Need Log. And the second one is... Hey, this Snoop's been listening in. Yes, hello. It's me, the dog. Snoop. Trying to horn in on our treasure? Don't bet on it. Rattata. Joke's on you, I got a ghost. A strong ghost. At least a ghost stronger than your rat. It's weird that, like, this opens up after you get your national dex. Which you get by, you know, which you don't get until you beat the game. At least I think. I think you have to beat the game, and then you can get it. But like the Elite Four was like level 50, almost 60, or maybe it was 60, and I forget. I don't think. Wasn't Blue? Didn't Blue have like one Pokemon that was 63? Or is that me remembering when I was trying to remember from Blue? Anyway. Point is, why are these Pokemon level 35? They should be level 50, shouldn't they? Or is 50 reserved for the birds? I'm not really complaining. It's like I beat the hardest challenge of the game. Well, hardest part of the main game anyway. I beat the Elite Four, so like that's the only challenge I care to beat. I don't need the game to be hard again. I don't need more challenge. And like if your levels are gonna stay around 35, I don't need the experience either. I can still pretty soundly beat you. Especially if you do that. $49. Wait, but how? Develop amnesia conveniently and forget everything you heard. You've been eavesdropping on us, haven't you? Is it eavesdropping if I just happened to be here while you were talking? Oh, and a critical, dang. I think there's one pixel in Cubone's bone that is missing color. I think there's a blank pixel, an empty transparent pixel in its bone. Huh? What? I said I think there's a pixel! No, I'm not gonna shout that. Why'd you have to win? What a setback. We'll have to regroup. You, don't even think about taking a step inside here. If you know what's good for you, don't even think about this. Well, I ain't claim to be good at taking care of myself. I don't know what's good for me. Why are you level 40? Nope. Didn't mean for bicycle, but okay. Change the mysterious music to the jaunty bike music. Slugma. I guess it is a volcano cave. I should have expected some Team Magma Pokemon. Hey, dude, can you wait there for a second? Thank you for waiting. Here is your death. You know, it kind of just hit me how, like, not that I just noticed that Pokemon eyes in early games are kind of square, but I just realized how it doesn't look weird to me. And that's weird. It's weird that it doesn't look weird. Would have thought square eyes and anything else would be very noticeable and you know, really stand out to me, but I don't know, something about Pokemon having square eyes is like, yep, that's just the art style. Ah! Push that there, and then I push you there, and then I can get through. I guess it's a good thing I never got rid of my HMs for the Elite Four. Oh, I'm sorry, I went down a floor. I have to reactivate strength. Pardon me, I'm pushing a boulder. Something you would be very afraid of because you're weak to rock. Slugma, can you please stop showing up? Which way is the way? Well, I see a ladder. Slugma, you stop. What? Why did you survive that? Alright, whatever. Finally gone through all those status items I don't need anymore because I have full heals. Oh, is it, I was gonna say, is that the way out? When you come back from the other way? But I see now, it's just a strength boulder with extra steps. It's not like the one I was just pushing. Got a little more to it than that. That's it, that was the puzzle. Pushing 2 rocks. That totally is the way out, isn't it? Because that's just going to lead to that ledge that had a ladder on the other side and nothing else. So rather than coming up from there and going this way, it's the opposite. I gotta scoot my chair in a little bit. Because I moved when I was looking up a guide. Why couldn't the first hit have been critical? Who moved you? Can I fight anything other than Slugma in here, please? I get that it's lava. I get it's a lava cave, but can you? Like something else, please. Slugma. Oh, is this that puzzle that's in Braille? I don't know, Braille. Who's here for the ruby? I'm not here for legendary Pokemon. I don't know, I feel like Braille is going to be shaped like the letter. Isn't it interesting that they just decided to come up with an entirely different character set for Braille instead of just making regular English letters puffy, you know? Maybe it's more efficient to read Braille than it would be to, you know, read regular letters, but you know, you can feel them. I'm not fighting you, Slugma. I'm on my way out. Frankly, I should just be using an escape rope. But I'm going to see what's on the other side of the ladder. I knew I wasn't getting through here without at least one more Slugma. I was going to say encounter, and then I realized while saying that sentence, like, no, it's going to be Slugma. It's not just an encounter, it's Slugma. Oh, there's one more ladder. Hang on, wait. Oh, I thought clicking it, maybe I could get an item without smashing it. Two more. Ooh. And there we go. Ah, I just needed one more Slugma, huh? No, sorry, parting Geodude. I'm just thinking back to Nidoking and... Wait, was it Gojira fighting another Nidoking? Was Gojira fighting someone who had Earthquake, who also just happened to also be weak to ground? So it was funny that they both could use Earthquake, but they were also both weak to Earthquake. Wait a minute. There's a south. Lying back, rocked by the waves. It's exquisite. I should probably go heal before I explore over here. See you. Cold. Cold. Splatoon 2. Dugong. I still can't remember the other, like, walrus seal Pokemon that was, that I didn't realize was also just a seal name. Maybe Dugong is it. And I'm just picturing the wrong Pokemon when I read the name Dugong. Pretty sure it's in Diamond and Pearl, so we'll see it soon. Well, we still gotta get the Emerald, but I lost. It feels awful. Yeah, how do you imagine how Bonnet feels? Never mind the fact that she just wiped out your team. She doesn't feel good about it. Oh, that's... Don't ask me for a Sapphire or Emerald. I don't know where I could get one. Thank you. Leaf, you're simply amazing. May I ask one more giant favor of you? While I was studying gemstones, I discovered something important. There was another gem that forms a pair with this ruby. That other gemstone is supposed to be in the Sevi Islands. Leaf, please, I need you to go find the other gem. Leaf, may I please... Or may I have your ferry pass and the town map? Rainbow pass. And another page for my town map. This is my own ferry pass. It will let you get to all the Sevi Islands. Leaf, please, I can't do it without your help. Okay, but I gotta explore Treasure Island first. Sorry, Treasure Beach. Good things get washed up on by the ocean current into this beach. That's why I often come here for some beach combing. Spiro. Maybe I don't want to... Maybe I don't want to explore this island. Maybe I'm content leaving. Trying to see if maybe there's hidden items I can find. Okay, well, we want one more encounter. Tangela? Oh, cool. Well, bye. Hi there. What do you want to... Oh, I didn't read. I want to come all the way back to Vermilion. It's an Aurora ticket. Now that is rare. We'll be happy to take you to Birth Island anytime. Let's stick to Sevi for now. We'll go to 4 Island. Was I told which island to go to, or just somewhere in the Sevi Islands? Well, there's Blue. I don't know how he got here without a rainbow pass. Hey, Leaf! What are you doing here in the Sevi Islands? You should quit copying me, you know? Anyway, I already got my Pokemon egg, so I'm done with this island. Heh, but you don't even know about Pokemon eggs. You never fill your national Pokedex that way. By the way, I saw someone we both know on this island. Why don't you go look around if it makes you curious? Me? I don't have time to waste. Be smelling ya. That's not how you say that. Well, now I should be able to fly here. Who do we both know that's on this island? It's you! Oh, you found me! Yeah, it's you! Please don't tell Lorelei. Did you know that Lorelei has lots and lots of stuffed dolls? That must be her house then. Every time she comes back to 4 Island, her collection grows. Lorelei has returned. Did you find the city life too stressful, I wonder? Are you also going to talk about Lorelei? Ready? Boing? We're having a body slam match to see who wimps out first. If you were to join us, you'd be squashed like a bug, though. How about I teach body slams at... No. Okay. Oh, this is the other daycare. Well, daycare of Pokemon trainers. If you'd like me to raise your Pokemon, have a word with my wife. I don't know if it's like the original... The original daycare lets you do 2 at a certain point, or this is the only one that lets you do 2. Oh, I thought maybe Lorelei would be in here, and that's where you get the egg. Can I surf around this rock? Ooh, I think I can. Current is much too fast. Surf can't be used here. It seems like I need Rock Smash, but I don't have Rock Smash. Stardust. Ooh, bunny. Ooh, chili. I made a slushie using ice I shaved inside Icefall Cave. It's chilly and tasty. Well, did you put any syrup on it? Because it's probably not any tasty if it's just ice. Honestly, I should probably put, like, Cinder or Woo in front, or Gojira, you know, someone who's got a fighting move. Smash the ice. Assuming we're gonna find any ice-type Pokemon in here. Don't tell me I need Waterfall. Do I even have Waterfall? Oh, I do have Rock Smash. I don't remember getting that. Well, I better not need it. Ah! Well, I guess I have to take a guess which direction I need to go. Hey, Seal, your perfect transition to what I wanted to say. So, when I was trying to figure out what Pokemon I wanted as my 6th Pokemon on my Emerald team. Okay, yeah, sure. Have a nice nap. I wanted to see what Copilot would suggest to fill out my team with. And it suggested Walrein. Even though I already had a Water type picked out. And it was saying that, like, oh, Walrein has good bulk and would be a really good user of Ice Beam. But looking at Walrein's stats on the wiki, it wasn't... It's like, I don't think it was that much stronger than the Water type I was going to use in terms of special attack. So it really would have only had same type attack bonus going for it with Ice Beam. And bulk? Not really. Maybe winning in health, but like, I don't know what it was on about with bulk. Shoot. Come on, Gojira. Yeah, there we go. Like, I don't know if people really do think that Walrein is a bulky Pokemon that's a good user of Ice Beam, or if this is one of those moments of AI hallucinating, but it sure didn't look like it would be a good fit for my team. Certainly not over the water type I was already gonna use. I mean, maybe my team would be a little more round if I had that instead, because, you know, I do have a couple weak to the same thing. That switching out my water type would make me less weak to that. But I don't think I necessarily have to worry about that outside of gyms, or outside of the one gym. So I think I'll be fine. I never met dice. Do I even need to be in here? How do I get out? Didn't I already check both of these and they don't lead out? No, I did this wrong. Okay. Ah, the ladder's attacking! Sorry, it wasn't the ladder. It was actually the former! Yeah, I guess I was, you know, was saying earlier that, like, stats as numbers don't really mean much. It doesn't really give you a good picture of how a Pokemon's gonna perform. Especially when Pokemon have such, you know, you look at the numbers and they don't look all that different to each other. Oops, I didn't mean to go up. Well, it's fine, I can go back down. For store. Didn't mean to do that. Got him. Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't make me use it. I mean, let me check. No. No, I don't really want to teach it to woo. I gotta catch a surf or a waterfall user, don't I? Well, I could probably just go back and get a Tentacool from my PC. Well, from one of the many Pokemon I caught, trying to get enough Pokemon caught to get here. I think I want to stop here. My head is getting tired of wearing these headphones. And overall, I'm tired in general. So, I guess I'll, let's switch Pokemon around. I would switch out the strongest, but my strongest is, the Surfing Dude, so... Sorry, Bonnet, I guess we're doing weakest. Let's do Lapras instead. I like Lapras. Or could she not learn Waterfall? Because I remember the Lapras I had in Crystal had Surf and Whirlpool. Yeah, she's able. I forgot that's her face from the sprite where she's facing you. Ah! I mean, I guess I could teach her surf too and put Woo away. Bring Bana back out. Might as well. Go in. Sticky menu. Go into the bag. TM case open. Surf. Okay, I was just trying to see if Body Slam would have been worth keeping if I decided to battle with her. I suppose you could learn Rock Smash too. She can. Bonk. I feel like I gotta give her a nickname now, but I don't want to find the nickname guy. I don't really remember where he is. Yeah, I don't want to find him. It's not like I have a nickname on hand anyway. Okay, well, yeah, I want to end. My ears are tired of wearing headphones. So, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I guess see you Wednesday where we do more of these islands. Hopefully the story is worth it. Bye.